Kelsey, are you just like being lazy today or what? I think you're fixing to lose your seat. Mom said she was going to come help me. Where are you going? I told you were going to lose your seat. Yep, I know. She going to tell you about it too. Woo! She about dumped her over and didn't even know it. Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and it is a glorious, beautiful Sunday afternoon in southern Oklahoma. Slightly overcast skies, about 75 degrees, maybe 80. Amazing. Went to church this morning with family. Come home. Houston and DJ are watching the Chiefs game. It's halftime right now. I just left. The Chiefs are winning, so it's a good day at my house. Those two... they're not in the greatest of moods when the Chiefs are losing. So it's been a rough year for them. But my buddy's here this afternoon doing a little dozer work. He had some catching up to do from where I knocked down a bunch of trees and cleaned up some areas behind him and doing some pushing and piling and moving. And I want to check out what he's done. He's been here for probably an hour and a half today. And this place is starting to look so much different. If you're not familiar, I'm on my neighbor's property. We've leased it now for a couple years. We've got her signed up on an NRCS program to remove cedar trees, bodark, hedge apple, if you call it that, Osage orange, I don't know, whatever you guys call it. We call it bodark around here, and elm. So woody encroachment on her fields and pastures, and we're not going to clear all the timber. We're not going to push all the brush, but we are cleaning it up, and it looks phenomenal right now. So this is the area where you guys last saw I was working on the skid steer, and he still had a bunch of trees laid down, and I knocked a few more down for him and kind of went through and cleaned up a bunch. Now there's still a bunch of stobs and small things sticking up that I need to come back and clean up, because we don't want to leave it looking like this. But I can't wait to get this seeded out. I'm going to get some pasture mix seed and just go over a lot of this. Man, it's going to look really good for deer season. But our ultimate goal is to get more native grass growing on this property, and make it better habitat for wildlife, while also improving the grazing for cattle and livestock and things. So as you can see, we're not clearing all the timber, but we are opening things up and making it making a solid effort in recovering what it once was. So I'm gonna kind of sneak in over here through these trees. I got some catching up to do behind him now, but if you can kind of tell, there's a ditch that runs through here, and we're basically using that ditch to push a lot of our brush into, and then we'll be able to burn a lot of these brush piles, and then we do our big prescribed fire through here. We'll make sure we get those burned up as best we can, but we're using that low area, that ditch down there is just kind of a place to push all the brush to, except this brush pile. He didn't quite get it all the way to the ditch, but some areas we're not able to do that because we don't want to push it down into the big oaks and pecans and the hardwoods that we want to save. So some of the areas, you know, you'll see a brush pile out in the open like that, which we could still burn those up and repile them and push them and do some work over the next year or two. Ain't that right, Earl? Another one of those days. It's gonna hurt a little bit. It really aggravates my wife, but I don't always try to hit it on an even number. Well, I mean, it's even, $73.54, but she gets so aggravated. I think that one's gonna be a little more than $73 though. Goodness. Got a lot of stuff. All right, well, busy morning already, and it's 10:30, and I feel like I haven't got anything accomplished. And I don't know why I always feel like that, because dropped Houston off at school, went to the feed store, picked up about 12 bags of a food plot mix. It's actually called a pasture mix. I'm going to plant on my neighbor's property where we've done all the dozer work. It's a wheat, oats, and rye mix. So it'll be really good for a cheap, easy food plot. Basically just to get something on the ground over there where we've got all that exposed dirt. We don't want to leave that like that all winter. It'll every time it rains, it'll cause erosion and all that. So perfect pre-made food plot ready to be put in over there. And then I had to run and get diesel in the big tank because it was completely dry. Filled up the truck. Had to run to Tractor Supply and get a couple things for my wife. Yeah, now it's time to actually get to work. So I'm getting some diesel put in the skid steer. Got the mulcher on. I'm not going to do a lot of mulching. I'm going to do a lot of work over there today. I'm just going to go in and clean up where he finished with the dozer yesterday and try to get that prepped so that I can take the big spreader over there and spread a bunch of seed, and hopefully we can get some moisture on the ground to get that germinated pretty soon, because technically deer season starts in 2 days. Obviously food plots are not going to be growing in 2 days, but it'll be a good late season spot for the deer, and all the rest of the wildlife will benefit from it. Those trees over there, there's a lot of acorns starting to fall. Matter of fact, right here I can show you what it looks like here, over there too. It's kind of hard to see, but this is an oak tree, and our oak trees this year are completely loaded with acorns. We call them acorns. But when those start falling in the next month or so, the deer are going to have a whole world full of food. So that area that we were cleaning up over there's got a lot of good oak trees in it. Pecans will start falling, and yeah, everybody will be happy, huh? There you go. She full again. Don't forget, close the fuel cap. All right, let's go to work. Thought you were gonna ride. Are you running or riding? You're really confusing me right now. You riding? Okay. Charlie! Cool story, bro. See ya. You gonna run? Kelsey, are you just like being lazy today or what? I think you're fixing to lose your seat. Mom said she was gonna come help me. I think that just means she was gonna go for a ride while I spread some seed. She don't like me spreading my seed without her. Okay? Kelsey, I told you you were going to lose your seat. I told you. Where are you going? I told you were going to lose your seat. Yep, I know. She going to tell you about it too.
So loud.
Are you ready to go?
Please go.
You took her spot.
I don't care.
Oh, I'm spreading my seed already. Hang on. I gotta make sure this is closed. There we go. Can we go now? I told everybody you were going with me because you didn't like to hear that I was going out spreading my seed without you.
You're done with that.
Huh?
You're done with that.
Yeah. Be ready to be amazed.
Okay.
Okay. Not that.
Oh.
Not that. No, not that. You gotta look straight this way to be amazed.
Okay.
Okay. I told you.
It does look good.
Be prepared to be amazed.
Looks really
After I get through spreading my seed and all of my little seedlings grow, it's really going to be pretty over here. Yep. Yep, it's going to be pretty. It's not perfect. Still a lot of sticks and things, but I mean, I'm not going to clean it all up, but the goal here is to let the grass grow and then we will burn it. So everything we're planting now is going to be winter vegetation. So wheat, rye, it's rye grain, not rye grass. Oats. It's just a little blend, pasture mix blend, and it'll all come up and be nice and green. And I've got a feeling Houston and I will probably have a deer blind set up over here somewhere where we can watch this whole bottom area underneath all these trees. And when it all gets nice and green, should be some really good deer hunting right here. Well, is it everything you thought it would be?
Yeah, getting a little dizzy.
A little dizzy. More of a straight line motion than a circular motion. I said, you like more of a straight line motion than a circular motion?
Yes.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Great.
See what I can do.
Thanks.
I'm not making any promises. Woo! She about dumped her over and didn't even know it. All right, so as you can see, you get fairly good seed coverage with just broadcasting this seed like this. There's little seeds all over the place on the ground, so I try to always go one direction for a long ways, get as many rows as I can, and then come back and go perpendicular just to try to get good even coverage. And I never get to see this perspective, so I told DJ to hop on and drive for a minute because I wanted to kind of see what it was doing. You got you a passenger, princess. All right, cool. Looks like it's working. That's what we do, huh? Just drive around and listen to turnpike?
Yeah, sometimes.
The pieces scattered on the lawn. You like it when I sing to you, don't you?
I like how they sing better.
Yeah, well, good thing you didn't wreck it all, you know.
Nope.
Well, thanks for your help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it helped.
I agree. Kelsey, you get your seat back now. Okay, got all of that food plot seed spread out. Now we just hope for rain. I don't know if it's going to rain anytime soon. We have some chances, but Charlie's predicting a light rainfall second Tuesday of next week. Huh, Charlie? Are you? You looking thick, dude. Got your winter fluff? Got your winter fluff growing? It's not your winter coat. Pepper's having some early supper because I've got to do all of my chores early today because today's a special day for Emily. It's a senior night for the softball team. She's not actually playing this year because of her surgery last year, but she's the team manager and scorekeeper and does all kinds of stuff. She's been a part of the team since she was little bitty, so she didn't want to quit softball. So senior night's tonight. But before that, I do need to unhook my mulcher and put some pallet forks on because I have a very special, exciting delivery on its way. Should be here hopefully in the next 15-20 minutes. Something I've been waiting for, hoping for quite some time. Huh, Charlie? Huh? You were getting cantankerous. You just kind of grumpy. You know that? You turned into a grumpy old man, didn't you? All right, see ya. Something's going on with skid steer. I think I've got a starter issue. Look at that pig. It's definitely not the battery. I can promise you that. The battery's just fine. I was just in this thing a couple hours ago. And it's done this 2 or 3 times. I got to open the door. It's hot. So the air conditioner's having some issues. Most of the time it works, but every once in a while you get in here, no AC. Now, this is a new issue. It did it this morning. First time it just clicked. Second time, fired right up. It would do that when I have a delivery driver on the way and I need this machine. That's frustrating. I love it when equipment doesn't want to work. It's the most amazing thing ever. The feeling when you go spend your hard-earned money on something and you don't buy used, you buy new so that it's good shape. You try to take care of it. Explain that to me. The only thing I can come up with was it's either an electrical issue or the starter. I can't imagine the starter going out on it, but what do I know? I'm not a mechanic. Oh, and by the way, the AC's not blowing cold now. It was freezing me out earlier. Now, not cold. So 2 of these are mine. 3 of them are not staying here. I wish all 5 were mine. I'll give you a look at these when I can. Got a little finagling to get him out of here, and I got a plumber that just showed up to do some work in our bathroom remodel. Okay, got him turned around. All right, sent the plumber to the house. I've got to get down there pretty quick. I've never actually seen the inside of one of these blinds. This is a company called RSI Outdoors. I really know about this much about them. All I know is somebody at that company was a fan of our channel and reached out to me and said, "Hey, you interested in some deer blinds?" And I was like, yeah, always. But from what I can tell, from what I've seen and what I've been told, these things are the cat's meow. Okay, now this, I'm just gonna let you know, they sent 2 blinds and 2, I believe they're 5 foot tall stands to get them elevated up off the ground. I do have to put those together, but they'll set up off the ground. I thought about putting one on a little small trailer. I think that'd be handy to be able to move it around the property. But these things are cool. Now, early season, you really don't necessarily need something like this. A pop-up ground blind works great, but those late season, cold mornings and nights, oh man, this will be super nice. They are insulated. It's like egg crate foam on the inside. I think those might be, oh, that's a magnet for the window. That's what that is. They're all taped shut right now. They do have some different lights they offer and sell and stuff, but it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 vertical windows for archery hunting, and then 3 windows for rifle hunting. And Houston is going to be pumped. There you go. RSI Outdoors. He's really going to like these things, I promise you. I know I'm going to. I have always wanted some good quality hunting blinds to set in. Oh, I hit my head. Especially late season when it gets nice and cold. So I'm going to have to leave them here for the day because I got to get to the house. Like I said, I got a plumber down there, and then we've got to get to town in a little bit because today is actually Well, I told you earlier, Emily's senior night for softball, so I'm excited to use these things. Okay, it's the next day. Take a breath. Yesterday became chaos real quick. Everything kind of all hit at once, and nothing bad, but it was just everything happened all at once, and I didn't get to finish saying what I was wanting to say. First off, senior night went great. Emily is her last home softball game ever. She's played softball since I guess she was 5 or 6 years old, and this year she didn't actually get to play on the field, but she was a part of the team and didn't want to miss her senior year due to surgery things and all of that stuff. But it went great. I had a big senior night ceremony at the end, and it was kind of interesting because one of the other girls that was graduating, while we're out on the field with the girls and doing a little ceremony, this other girl looked at her and said, are you going to miss this? And she was kind of crying, and Emily was like, no, I don't think so. And not that she doesn't love her team. She loved being a part of the team and her coaches and all of that. I think she'll miss people. I just think she was ready for closure, ready for that to be over. And it's not over yet. That was just the last home game. They play today and then they go to regionals. And but I think she's maturing and growing and ready to be taking those next steps in life, ready to move off to college and everything that brings. We've still got months before that gets here, but I'm excited for her, and I'm excited to see her become a grown young lady. And I couldn't be any more proud of the human that she is, the person, the wonderful, amazing girl that she is. And softball may be coming to an end, but it'll roll right into basketball season. And she won't be playing basketball, but she's going to be a part of the team. She'll be, a manager and a scorekeeper and help out, because just like softball, she's always been a part of it, and she doesn't want to miss that. So this coming week, actually maybe it's next week. Yeah, next week, I think, is homecoming. Emily got nominated as a senior for football homecoming queen. So we'll be doing all the parades and ceremonies and stuff for homecoming. We bought her a dress, and it's exciting stuff. It's exciting time for her. Her senior year's something she'll remember for a long time, and I hope it's amazing. But anyways, back to this subject. So just quickly, yesterday I did say that these blinds are from a company called RSI Outdoors, and I didn't even realize until after I videoed there's some slight differences in these two blinds. That one, they both have rifle windows and then the tall archery windows, but that one's their standard size window, and this one is like a upgraded version. The horizontal windows are bigger, but I think other than that, the blinds are pretty much the same. I don't know exactly where we're going to put these yet, but I do look forward to using them. And they're extra. if you're a hunter, that's not something that you really have to have. I don't hunt out of a tree stand. I don't enjoy hunting out of a tree stand. I don't like putting my kids up in a tree stand. Tree stands are just dangerous to me. It is a different experience, and there's something to be said about being up in a tree. Well, that one's not a very good example, but sitting up in a tree on a hang-on stand watching the sunrise is beautiful, don't get me wrong. But I have always liked being on the ground in a homemade brush blind, or backed up in a cedar tree, cut a hole in a cedar tree and sit in there and hunt out in a field. And I've always liked putting my kids in a pop-up ground blind because it's just so much safer. And when you're down on ground level looking eye to eye with deer, it's just a different experience. But these will be put up, well, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do them yet. They will be on some sort of stand. I may mount one on a trailer and one on the legs, the stand that they sent. So I had 2 boxes that came with it, and I didn't even realize until later, but there's actually 2 more boxes in here that are right there. 10-foot tower extension kit. So if I choose to, we can put these things, the base of them would be 10 feet up in the air. So I was hoping to get them here a little earlier before season. That one needs a bath because it was on the back of a trailer, but I was really hoping to get them here, you know, a month before deer season, so I had time to get them put together and set up and all that. But here we are. Deer season starts tomorrow, so we will use these quite a bit this season. We'll still be hunting out of some pop-up blinds and different things, but I think late season these are going to come in very handy. In those rainy days when you want to be out in the woods, when the rut's going on, you want to be out there. You want those kids to see that rut activity through the middle of the day when those bucks are cruising and chasing does. But it's 28 degrees and drizzling, sleeting, snowing. This is going to be where it's at. So anyways, if you want to check them out, their website's rsioutdoors.com. They're also on Facebook, Instagram. Their website doesn't have a lot of pictures of these things. Facebook and Instagram have a lot more. So I look forward to getting them set up, using them, and hunting. I've never really hunted out of a premium luxury box blind like this much at all. So I'm excited for it. Now I've got property here at my neighbor's, property at Mill Creek. So I'm not real sure where we're going to end up putting these, and that's why I want to mount one of them on a trailer so that we can move it around throughout the season, and that would put it up about 3 feet off the ground, something like that. So it's an option. We'll see. But anyways, guys, remember, do something today to make somebody smile, because you never know, it just might change the world. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.